Hello there everyone, my name is JesusQuesadilla, and I'd like to welcome you back to Let's Play Grand Theft Auto The Lost and Damned Episode 4. It is simply phenomenal to have you guys back here today. We're going to be doing some more missions for Jim, at least one more mission. We started working with him in the previous episode where we also finished up the missions for Billy Gray, so yeah, good stuff. If you missed that, be sure to check it out. But otherwise, why don't we go ahead and jump into the first mission of the episode and see what it's going to be all about.
Hey Jim.
Snap into a Slim Jim, oh yeah!
What's the trouble? Take a guess, bro. Might have something to do with those cops that pulled one over on us.
I figured.
The way I see it, we got two choices. Either we buy a big tub of grease and prepare to take it from these fat pigs the rest of our lives. Or,
well, I've heard that Costco has tubs of grease on sale.
Close to where I happen to know they got themselves set up, and we show them that we're not quite the bitches that they think we are.
Well, tempted as I am by your first option, I'm gonna have to go with the second.
What? You mean there's no branching path? Come on, Rockstar, get it together. Alright, time to roll out. Whoa, some weird glitchiness there. Alright, so first things first, I do believe we start off this mission with a bike race, and that cheating son of a bitch got a start on me. But that's okay, we'll catch up to him. But again, not sure if passing the bike race actually makes any real difference. Crap, although by the looks of it, may not actually beat him. It's a really, really short race. We're just going right around the block to where the cops are hanging out. It's time to get a little payback. It's going to be the same two cops that were messing with us at the end of the previous episode, so we have to deal with them very quickly. Oh wow, it really wants me to stop right in the marker, doesn't it?
Age before beauty, my man. Age before beauty.
Okie dokie.
Wait here a minute. Hey, officers, how you doing?
Hey, McCormick, this fat perv's brought us a present. Oh, I forgot how stupid looking this guy was, Matthews. You think he's smart enough to realize that we got expensive tastes?
What do you got for us, Mo? Oh, exactly what you asked for.
Well, all right. Hey!
Jim used Dick Punch. It was super effective. Alright, honestly, punching a cop in the dick, probably not the smartest idea, but well, now that we got their attention, they're going to be riding after us and shooting at us. And this bit here can be a little bit finicky. I've had bad luck and good luck with this mission, and I'll show why in a second here. Basically, you have to get the cops to follow you, and at any time during the chase, you can actually get their point of view of the action by pressing B, at least on the gamepad that I'm using right now. And so the thing is, you want to make sure you never get too far ahead of them. You always have to make sure that you're in their line of sight. Generally speaking, they do a pretty decent job of keeping up with you, except every now and then they may glitch out. So if that happens and they lose you, you just need to go get back in front of them so that they start following you again. Like right here, I'm actually kind of far up ahead, but as long as I can see myself whenever I enter their point of view, I think we're okay. I think I might just stop here. Oh yeah, wow. Can they not get around that thing? Yeah, sometimes they just run right into the walls. Not the best AI. Whoa, geez, did he just run right through that thing? Shit. But, thankfully this doesn't last for too long. You only have to lead them down the block a little ways. And, we have an ambush ready and set up with a bunch of our bikers. However, there are more cops than just the two that were initially messing with us. I believe that 2 full cars worth of police officers arrive. So, just be aware, you're not taking out only 2 guys. You're actually going to be fighting off about 8. And yeah, actually, this is right about where I had a glitch occur before, a previous time when I was playing this game. As I was crossing over this bridge, the AI for the cops actually drove right into the water, and I think I failed the mission because of that. They need to make it to the ambush point to actually complete the mission, and they just drove straight into the water. It's like, well, what am I supposed to do about that? They're just a bunch of idiots. Can't help that. But okay, they're going to be right down here now that we're in the kind of industrial area of Liberty City. Alright. And yeah, you'll notice anytime we go to their point of view, you get little bits of their dialogue, but I never really spend that much time in it. I imagine if you actually just like listen to their point of view for a while, they probably say some pretty hilarious stuff. I'm only getting snippets here and there. But yeah, here's the ambush point, so we're just going to go on in here. And our Lost Brothers are going to help us out considerably here. They've got tons of automatic weaponry. Jim, right at the start of the mission, actually gave us an automatic pistol, so we also have that at our disposal, which is a nice upgrade over the pistol that I had gotten previously in the last episode. So just go ahead and use that to kind of make our way forward and take these guys out. Do be careful if you advance kind of close to the enemy lines, you may get hit from behind, like friendly fire. But thankfully it doesn't seem to be happening too much right now. If I could just find some decent cover though, that'd be nice. And you'll notice that we have a 2-star wand level, but don't really worry about that. The only cops that are going to show up during this mission are the ones that you have to kill. No extra backup are going to arrive to help these guys out. At least I've never had that happen. And even once you complete the mission, you can actually escape the wand level very easily. The game basically lets you do it. So even though we do have a wand level, it's nothing to be concerned about, not in this mission at least. I think actually the mission we're going to take after this one, don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but we will be getting a pretty high wand level in that one that we'll have to escape on our own. And so I'll explain the way the wand system works in this game a little bit more once we get to that, because it's actually vastly different compared to the previous Grand Theft Auto games like San Andreas and Vice City. They really retuned the whole wanted system, and some people like it, some people don't. Me personally, I'm not a big fan of it, but, you know, it works, so I can't really complain. But it looks like we got a few stragglers left over here to drop. See if I can just peg this guy over here. Yeah, with the pistols, it's really easy to get headshots, so that's kind of what I'm going for here. Because a lot of these cops are going to have body armor and that sort of thing. Alright, so we took care of the cops. No longer have to worry about the fuzz. And let's go ahead and hop back on our bikes. And you'll notice that the entire minimap is flashing. But again, that's not going to matter for this mission. Although normally that would mean that we're within the wanted zone. And we would have to escape the flashing area of the minimap in order to evade the police. But we can do that rather easily here because there aren't actually any other cops in the general vicinity. So once we make it out of here, I think it's just mission complete and then we can get an autosave, which is nice. Yeah, there we go. Alrighty, sounds good. Now, let's go do another mission. Actually, we took care of that one really quick. I'm kind of impressed how quickly that went by. All in all, not too difficult a mission. It helped that I had a lot of body armor going into it, so that was nice. But let's go ahead and pull up the minimap so I can set my marker. God, that's really far out of the way over there, yeah. Alright, that's going to take a while to get to, but we're going to go do a mission for Liz Torres, so strap in for that one. I believe it's actually the only mission she gives you during this entire game, so we only have the one for her. She's actually a reoccurring character that we did missions for back when we were Niko Bellic in Grand Theft Auto 4, if you guys played that. So, yeah, kind of cool to see her again, I guess. And I think for this mission, we'll actually run into Niko. We're kind of working alongside him. This is actually a mission that I believe is somewhat repeated from Grand Theft Auto 4 when we could have played through Niko Bellic's point of view. We actually met Johnny Klebitz in that mission if you played as Niko, so it's kind of cool getting to see the other perspective. I've always really enjoyed games like that where you can play as multiple characters but do the same missions. And so you're basically doing the same task, but you kind of get to fill in the little gaps that you don't otherwise get to see if you only played as one character. Which is something that the DLCs for Grand Theft Auto 4 actually do really well. So if you played the main game, then the couple of times they reference back to Niko Bellic and his exploits are actually kind of cool and interesting. And actually, if you play the Ballad of Gay Tony, there's some reference to the Lost and Damned as well. But that'll be another playthrough for another day. Don't want to get too far ahead of myself here. I may also make a quick detour here and go to an ammunition. Or, well, I don't know if there are actually ammunitions in this game, I kind of forget, but I'm going to go to a gun store if I get the chance, if I see one nearby on my way over, just so I can get some more body armor before I head into this next one. Because, there's going to be a lot of police resistance, just a heads up. But, I'll only do that if I see one on the way over there, otherwise I'll just go ahead and do the mission, because I don't want to waste too much time. But, anyway, since we do have a bit of a drive ahead of us, how about I just go ahead and rap with you guys for a bit? So, first of all, hope you guys are doing well today. Or, you know, evening as the case may be. I'm actually recording this in the evening time, which I'm discovering is actually my favorite time of day to record videos, either in the evening or really early in the morning right at the crack of dawn, because that's when it's the most quiet around here. And, you know, it's kind of good to get to play these games with a little piece of quiet, not too much noise going on around everywhere. It's kind of like my Zen ritual to start off or to end the day. So yeah, you know, that's cool. We also have the release of Grand Theft Auto coming up very, very shortly. Super stoked for that. The game comes out in about a week. Although there's some other game releases I'm kind of excited for as well. Don't know if you guys are big Zelda fans. Well, maybe some of you are, because I do have my Ocarina of Time Let's Play going on right now, which I hope to get another video up shortly. But the Wind Waker HD release is coming out in just another week or two, I think. So between Grand Theft Auto 5 and Wind Waker HD on the Wii U, I'm going to really not have any free time at all. I don't know how the hell I'm going to be able to play all these games that are coming out. It's kind of crazy. It's just every game I've ever wanted is releasing this year. And I mean, you also have Kingdom Hearts 1.5, another HD remix that's coming out relatively soon as well. It may actually already be out by the time I'm posting this video. So between those three games, and also if Final Fantasy X HD comes out anytime soon, then that'll make 4 that I absolutely need to play. I just do not know how I'm going to even have a life with all that going on. But yeah, definitely a lot to be excited for, regardless of what systems you own or what you're a fan of. There's a game coming out this year that's meant for just about everybody, so that's pretty exciting. And we are here over at Liz Torres' place, and she's going to have a pretty raging party going on, I think. And let's go ahead and meet up with her. Oh, there's Playboy X, another character from Grand Theft Auto 4, who you actually had the option of killing. You could actually choose whether or not to kill him, which is kind of cool.
I'm afraid you stick a knife in my back while I was doing it.
You wouldn't be the first man I tried that trick on, sweetie.
Yeah, I heard the stories. Listen, I also heard you got somebody for that brown.
Maybe. There's an apartment on Cassidy Street in Shoveler. You go upstairs and talk to Charlie on the 3rd floor.
There any heat?
When isn't there? I got a new guy going along with you. He's from Eastern Europe somewheres.
Yep, that would be Nico Bellic.
Charlie, use this Slavic motherfucker to help. But if it's him, you know what you gotta do.
Well, either way, it ain't coming back to you, Liz.
Hey, you know Playboy? He's going along too. Hey, Playboy!
Yo, chill for a second, Joe.
Look at this fool with this rainbow sweater.
Don't you want to dance?
No, you know what, that's okay, Liz. You're a whole lot of woman, and I don't think I can handle that. I mean, you are a whole lot of woman. Several lines of coke later.
Hey, Johnny!
Yo!
Come over here! Come here!
Yeah.
Nico, this is Johnny. Now, Johnny is sitting on a big pile of heroin. I don't go near this stuff, professionally. But I found him a buyer. We're nervous. Will you oversee the deal and check everything is cool?
Sure.
Thank you!
Well, I gotta go pick up the stuff, so, I'll see you there.
Alright.
Yeah, that always kind of struck me as a little bit weird that I didn't have the heroin on me, but I guess that makes sense, because if we were busted with a whole bunch of heroin, that would not be good. They'd be sending our candy ass to the slammer. But okay, we gotta go meet up with, actually, I forget who we're meeting up with exactly. It's either gonna be Billy Gray or it might be Brian, actually. Yeah, now that I think about it, we might be meeting up with Brian, so we gotta go pick up the heroin from him. Then we're gonna drive to the meet, and we're going to make this deal go as smoothly as we can. Although you guys already know, if you play Grand Theft Auto 4, this deal does not go so smoothly. So actually, what I did off-screen, I know that I didn't really have time to get any armor for this mission, but off-screen, in between the previous episode and this one, I actually did go to the gun store, and I bought myself an assault rifle, I believe an AK-47. Also, yeah, you have to stop at toll bridges in this game. I don't know if I mentioned that before. That's something that I kind of didn't appreciate about Grand Theft Auto 4. They did a lot of things that I think they meant to add realism to the environments with, things like toll bridges, the new wand level system, which we'll be seeing very shortly, to kind of give a more realistic feeling to the city. And, you know, just being completely bluntly honest, I didn't like much of it. All the things they added to the game to make it feel real, I feel like just kind of hinder the experience a little bit. It's like, if you guys have ever played Mafia, a really cool game, Mafia, City of Angels? I forget what it's called. But it's an old game that came out for the PC, not too old actually, it was within the 2000s. But Mafia, it was also released on the PS2 and Xbox, I think I've talked about before in some of my other Let's Plays. I'll get back to that point in just a second.
I don't know why Billy got you to handle this, and not me. I mean, what's up with that, huh?
I mean, maybe it's because you're a sniveling little crybaby bitch. I don't know.
He didn't get you because Liz Torres and any other two-bit hustler on the street would take you for the little pussy that you are. Rob you blind. Give me that shit. See you around, big guy.
Yeah, you tell that asshole. Okay, anyway, back to my point, though. Now that we've got the heroin, we can make our way over there. And hope we don't get pulled over by the cops, because that would suck. Good thing we took out most of the LCPD in the last mission. But anyway, yeah, Mafia, if you guys haven't played that game, the game actually has really strict limitations on how you can drive in the city during story missions. If you break basic traffic rules like speeding and running red lights, you actually get pulled over by the cops. And, so you can actually be pulled over once or twice and be okay, you know, they just give you a warning or whatever. But, beyond that, I think if you get pulled over enough times, they actually do arrest you and you fail the mission. Which, you know, I think that's the point at which a video game with too many rules to make it quote-unquote realistic just becomes unfun. When you have to, like, observe traffic rules in a game that's essentially about mayhem, it just strips away any sense of anarchy, which I think is really the game's main selling point. So to me, it's really counterintuitive that they're putting in things in the game like the new wanted system, toll bridges, stuff like that, yeah, I guess it makes it feel a little more realistic, but when I play a video game, I'm not looking for realism. Truthfully, I'm looking for the exact opposite. I usually play a video game because it isn't realistic. And you know, different strokes for different folks, I guess. Some people are going to enjoy that, others aren't. But me personally, the reason why I love Vice City and San Andreas is because it wasn't realistic in the slightest. It was really crazy. It was like a caricature. And so I didn't really like the realistic vibe that Grand Theft 4 had.
Nothing like selling some dope to let you know you're alive.
I just love that in this otherwise gray and gritty environment, Playboy X's jacket is like a huge splash of color.
Hey, what's going on, guys? What's going on?
Not much. Let's do this.
You got the heroin, right? Right?
Come on, let's do this quickly.
But you got the heroin, correct? You're carrying it, correct? I mean, it's a simple question.
What's wrong with you? You're being fucking weird.
Not weird, man. I just want to know if you're carrying the stuff, right?
You ain't right, friend.
No,
Come
no,
on,
no,
let's get
no.
out of here.
LCPD! Freeze, motherfucker!
Oh shit, no one saw that coming. Okay, we may be boned. Let's, we have to fight off the cops now. So, basically, our buyer was a total bust. It was actually just, some undercover narcs. And we gotta fight our way on out of here. Now, Nico and Playboy X, I guess they must be somewhere else in the apartment. I don't remember ever actually seeing them after this point in the mission. It kind of doesn't matter what happens to them. You don't have to protect them or anything like that. Luckily, they give you some pretty good weapons. We got a, some kind of machine gun when we first walked into the building. And just now here, we got a combat shotgun, which is a little bit different from the sawn-off shotgun. I think that the range is a little better. And you can actually fire more shots before having to reload. Alright, and the thing with these cops, I'm not sure if the cops in the previous mission had armor, but these ones definitely do. And so you can see that headshots are going to be the most effective thing. In fact, they're so effective that I may not even use the shotgun, because the shotgun isn't too good at getting headshots. It's not a very precise weapon. Yeah, I'm going to switch over to my assault rifle right here, my AK. And with this, we should be able to peg these guys in the face a whole lot easier. Once we've taken out a good number of them, though, we're going to have to start making our way down all 3 stories of the apartment. Luckily, it's not too difficult, and I think there may be some armor pickups on the way down. Let's go ahead and see if I can find any. First of all, come in here. Pick up that. Yeah, that was some armor there on the ground, so we're good. I think we should be okay, actually. There's only a couple of guys on the way down as we're making our way down the stairs. I don't know if I went into this, but the aiming system in this game, besides the lock-on feature, there's actually some pretty good third-person aiming in this game where you can kind of just stroll around and aim the gun freely, which is something that they kind of played around with in San Andreas. It wasn't available at all in Vice City, but I think that San Andreas was the first game to really introduce that concept, at least on the consoles, and they kind of fleshed out a lot more here in Grand Theft 4 and the Grand Theft 4 DLC, so that's kind of cool. Alright, we're just going to hop in place there. Don't really know why. Get some exercise, I guess. Let's take out these last 2 guards, I believe. If I can just peg this guy. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to shoot around corners like this, especially going up and down stairs. You want to check all your corners and make sure there aren't any guards, like, hiding in any nooks or crannies that might get you. And now let's go ahead and make a break for it. Oh, jeez, wait. I forgot there were going to be cops outside. I guess I should have assumed that. Let's take out a couple of them. We don't need to kill all of them, because I don't want to take the risk that my wand level gets any higher than it already is. We're already up to 3 stars, which can be tricky to escape, because at 3 stars, a helicopter starts chasing after you. and that makes this whole process a lot more difficult. Now that we do actually have a wand level that we have to escape from legitly, maybe now is a good time to... Whoa, geez, I can't believe I didn't fall off my bike there. Maybe now is a good time to go ahead and explain how the wand level works in this game, if you haven't played it. Basically, as you can see on the minimap, there's a flashing area on the grid, and whenever a police officer sees you, the grid is going to refocus around your character. So basically, you have to avoid detection by any of the cops, just stay out of their line of sight. And as long as you do that, the circle doesn't change locations or get any bigger. Once you're outside the circle, you have to remain hidden for a short period of time, like just a couple seconds, like maybe 10 seconds or so. And if you successfully do that, you'll automatically lose the wand level regardless of how high it is. So, yes, in this game, it's very much possible, if you try hard enough, to escape a 3, 4, even a 5 or 6 star wand level with enough patience. The hardest part is just making sure that no cops see you in the meantime, because if you're spotted, you have to start the process all over again, which can be kind of annoying because sometimes you get outside of a circle and you try your best to stay hidden, but sometimes it's just not possible because there's too many cops on the road or whatever. Generally speaking, highways you kind of want to stay away from. For some reason, cops tend to appear a lot on the highways, or the freeways rather. And pain sprays are back in this game, but they work a little bit differently than they have in past games. I could actually use that one right now, but I kind of want to just escape this wand level naturally, just to show you guys how it works, even though that is going to be a little bit more difficult. So let's go ahead and hit this straightaway right here. Basically, your best option is to find a straightaway stretch of road besides a freeway, like the one I'm on right now, and escape the circle, and then find an alleyway to kind of like duck into that you think cops won't bother to check in. And again, personally, I'm not a huge fan of this wand level system. It's not that it's bad at all. Actually, it's kind of okay. It's just that I much preferred the way that wand levels worked in the previous Grand Theft Auto games like Vice City and San Andreas. Even though you could argue that it doesn't give you the feeling of being able to, like, escape the cops, really. There was something about the way that San Andreas worked that I just liked a lot better. It was simpler, it wasn't so complicated. And I feel like this game sometimes it complicates things needlessly. But there we go, we escaped the cops, and we are now good to go. However, before I end off the episode here, I'm going to wait around here for a second because we're about to get a bunch of phone calls. Let's take this first one.
So, Johnny, are we rich?
No, Billy, we're not.
Not exactly.
We are just under observation by some kind of LCPD drugs task force. The buyer was a pig.
Hell, Johnny, that's not kosher. I'll call you when another buyer's lined up.
Sounds good.
We're moving up in the world, Johnny. There's a congressman needs your help. Tom Stubbs III. I told you keeping that lawyer around would have its uses. This guy's at one of them dumbass gentlemen's clubs in Algonquin. The kind without tits. The jousters.
Politicians and lawyers? What are we becoming, man? Next thing you're gonna tell me we're doing some shit kicking for the LCPD.
It's just opposite the Libertonian. Go pay him a visit. If you're still thinking about your brothers and not just your own ego, that is.
You know, I have to say, I'm really surprised that Billy Gray took that so well, considering our drug trade turned out to be a narc bust. I thought he'd be furious. Anyway, we're going to get another phone call here if we just wait around long enough. I think it's supposed to be coming in from Liz Torres, and it's actually going to take a second here, so I guess while we're waiting, I'll just kill some time. I hope that you guys have been enjoying the Let's Play so far. It's been really interesting for me, and also this Grand Theft Auto is actually really short, being that it's just a DLC. There's only about 20 main story missions in the game, so it's not going to take too long to beat. Okay, well, we got the phone call.
Liz Torres.
It was good to see you, Johnny.
Yeah, only problem was your friend, the UC. He nearly blew my ass off.
Well, I'm
How's your
glad you
fancy
think it's funny.
friend working out?
Okay. Seems like maybe he's the only guy in the city not working for the state.
Him and the lost MC. Me and the brothers are tight.
I hope so, for your sake, Johnny, you know. See you soon, baby, huh?
Okay, so, well, everyone seems to be really nonchalant about the fact that this was just a cop raid, but whatever. Anyway, though, we're going to get one more phone call. I think we're going to get a third one to end off the episode with. Sorry that we're just taking a bunch of these phone calls. I know it's kind of an anticlimactic way to end things today, but I figured stuff you guys probably want to catch, so I figure I'd go ahead and include it. But yeah. Oh, quick update though. For Grand Theft Auto 5, I am going to be able to get the Collector's Edition. I worked out a way of being able to order it. I know I said previously I wasn't sure if I was going to get my hands on it. Let's take this call, though.
Johnny Klebitz,
Yeah, who's this?
you tried to offload some smack to a colleague of mine called Charlie. Costly mistake.
Who the fuck is this?
Agent
This is
Jones,
Jigsaw.
FIB,
I want to play a
would
little
like to get
game.
quick talk. Things might be easier for you if you give us some information on your motorcycle club.
Fuck you, Fed. This conversation's over. If you got any evidence on me, get a warrant.
Alright, well that can't be a good sign, though. The heat's really turning up here. The Lost are definitely under surveillance, so gotta watch out for that. But like I was mentioning, I am going to be able to get the Grand Theft Auto 5 Collector's Edition, although it's going to be a little bit after the game comes out. So I'm not going to have it for a little while, but I will be able to get a hold of it. Basically, I ordered it from GameStop and chose the slowest shipping possible, which says it'll deliver to me in 5 to 10 days after the release date. So that works perfectly for me. But anyway, that's completely besides the point. We've been here long enough, right? So, I'd like to go ahead and end off the episode here today. Thank you again for joining me here, guys. Once again, my name is JesusQuesadilla. If you enjoyed the episode, please feel free to subscribe to me, and that way you can stay updated anytime I post videos to my channel. But besides all that, it's been a whole lot of fun, and until the next one, this is JesusQuesadilla signing out, and wishing you well. Peace!